Like I said, the all you have to do is add up the numbers in the year you're born, and it determines the element. So we'll give a little look at it. If you're number one, you're a water, and you get an energy from metal. If metal's in the water, it kind of like starts rusting, and it gives the water the metal properties. And it gives energy to wood because wood will float on water. And there's a conflict with fire. Fire and water just don't interact very well. There's always a conflict there. There's always a difference of opinion or a difference of ways of doing things or conflicting situations that came up. And water is controlled by earth. In other words, if you take a little pond, the earth is around it and it keeps it in its place. But at the same time, it also nurtures and takes care of it. Now, what does this mean to the real world? Like if you meet somebody born in a wood year, the wood person feels that they can just float along. It's an easy relationship. If they're born in a fire year, there's a lot of conflicts. They don't. There's always an issue and unresolved and unreconcilable issues, in a sense, that are in the background. If you're in a metal, you're going to get something from the metal person. Like when something. When metal is in water, it rusts, and it gives the metal properties to the water. And if it's earth, as an example, the earth is holding it and controlling it, but at the same time, it's nurturing it. So there's a combination of those things. Now, if you look at the two path, which is fire and water, as we said, if you get somebody in a fire and a water year, there's always conflicts, a difficult thing to overcome. Now, if fire is with metal, fire can control metal. There's conflicts going on. Metal would feel like they're being pushed or pulled, and even though they themselves are tough people, fire could be too much for them. Now, if it's a wood person, wood burns on the fire, and it causes the fire to grow. So you get something out of wood. This is why when some people are around people, they feel exhilarated, and when they're around somebody else, they feel drained. Whether the person takes from you or gives to you is why they get drained or invigorated by your company. So when I give you these theories, you have to look at the 2 years and say they fire with, or they wood, or they're metal, and what's going on. So again, with somebody in the fire year, there's control issues with metal. There's conflicts with water. With the earth, fire gives power to the earth, like a volcano, and it actually invigorates the earth. And when it comes to wood, it feeds off the wood. So when a fire person is around a wood person, the wood person would feel a little drained. So slow but sure, I went over number 1 and 2. I'll be going over 3 and 4 and the rest coming up.